What would you do if tomorrow the headlines flashed, "Global unrest erupts worldwide"? Don't scroll. You need to hear this. Whether it's mass protests, rising tensions between nations, or the collapse of critical systems, global unrest is a serious threat. Most people think these events are far away or unlikely to impact them, but history teaches us otherwise. Let's break this down. First, why does global unrest happen? At its core, unrest stems from social inequalities, economic struggles, political disputes, or even natural disasters that serve as triggers. Once it begins, it spreads like wildfire, impacting transportation, food supplies, and even your personal safety. Now here's the thing most people overlook. You don't have to live in a so-called danger zone to feel the ripple effects. From interrupted food chains and scarcity of essentials to increased cybersecurity threats, the modern, globally connected world means unrest anywhere could impact you everywhere. So how can you prepare for such an event? Don't worry, I've got you covered with this 3-tier strategy: preparation, situational awareness, and adaptability. Let's dive deep. First, preparation is key. You want to build a specialized global unrest toolkit. Here's what it should include. 1. Non-perishable food supplies. Stock up on calorie-dense foods like canned goods, rice, dried beans, and freeze-dried meals. You're looking for a minimum of 90 days worth of supplies. 2. Water filtration systems. Don't rely on just bottled water. A good filtration system, such as a life straw or gravity-fed filters, could save your life when the infrastructure collapses. 3. Health essentials. Prescription medications, over-the-counter drugs, and hygiene supplies like soap, toothpaste, and disinfectants. Don't underestimate the importance of staying healthy when medical facilities are overwhelmed. 4. Portable power sources. Think solar chargers or hand-crank generators. Energy disruptions are often among the first signs of escalating unrest. 5. Personal safety. Pepper spray, a tactical flashlight, and situational self-defense knowledge should be non-negotiables in your toolkit. 6. Lastly, important documents placed in a waterproof, fireproof container. You'll need IDs, medical records, property deeds, and even cash in multiple currencies just in case. I know, preparation sounds like a lot, but it's the foundation. And trust me, it's worth it the day you need it. Moving on to the second strategy, situational awareness. The earlier you recognize the signs of unrest, the better your chance of either avoiding it completely or mitigating its effects. Ask yourself, are protests or demonstrations becoming more frequent? Are imports and exports in your area slowing down? What are mainstream news versus alternative sources reporting? Follow reliable sources and community networks. Here's a pro tip. Set up keyword alerts online for terms like unrest, martial law, or curfews in your city or region. This way, breaking news reaches you immediately. Always have an evacuation plan in place. Map out multiple routes in case one becomes inaccessible. Also, know the location of safe zones such as embassies, community shelters, or rural locations away from densely populated areas. Equally important is local networking. Make a list of trusted neighbors and friends you could form an alliance with. In situations of chaos, collaboration often trumps isolation. Finally, this leads us to adaptability, your third tool. Even with all the preparation in the world, unrest is unpredictable, so flexibility is your superpower. For example, what if roads are blocked? Learn to navigate on foot via secondary routes. What if ATMs are empty? Turn to barter systems using tangible assets you've prepared. And what about digital unrest? Cybersecurity measures like offline copies of vital data and encrypted messaging apps can safeguard you in a tech blackout. Let's address mental preparation too. Psychologically, global unrest drains individuals. Meditation, breathing techniques, and even journaling can help maintain your focus when everything else feels chaotic. A calm, composed mind equipped to make decisions under stress is invaluable. Now you may be asking, what if I see unrest heading toward me, but it hasn't fully erupted yet? Great question. That's where timely action comes in. Preemptively withdrawing into safer zones and reinforcing your living area with basic security, such as locks or even temporary barricades, could buy you crucial time. Still not convinced? Here's an example. The Arab Spring was a series of uprisings across multiple nations that started from one simple, isolated protest. Do you think anyone living in their comfortable neighborhoods thought they'd wake up to find their cities in lockdown? Probably not, but many did. It's hard to emphasize this enough. Preparedness isn't paranoia, it's responsibility. Let's also discuss financial considerations. In times of unrest, currencies often fluctuate dramatically. Diversify where you keep assets with a mix of digital wallets, hard cash, and valuable items like gold or silver. These can become critical tradable resources in a hyperinflation scenario or during disruptions to banking systems. And let's not forget about communication readiness. What if cell towers go down during a riot or fuel strikes? Ham radios become lifesavers. Knowing how to use one might seem old school, but it's the backup method of communication during a crisis. As we wrap up, here's something to keep in mind. The fact that you've watched this far means you're already in the right mindset, proactive rather than reactive. Ultimately, knowledge and preparation are your shields against the unknown. And remember this mantra: hope for the best, prepare for the worst. It may not prevent turmoil, but it will empower you to face trials head-on instead of being a victim of the circumstance. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow to signs of unrest? Share your thoughts below. Don't forget to share this video if you found this guide helpful. Stay safe, stay prepared, because the best time to prepare was yesterday. The next best time is now.